Well, good evening, West Ham fans. So Benny wants paying off. Everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. We've got a busy night tonight. 2 live shows for you. We've got the wrap up with Jamie Talks, Jamie's first show on the channel. We had Alex on yesterday, and we've got Jamie on tonight, 9 o'clock. Check it out. It's going to be really, really good. Talking about obviously everything, getting your opinions, all that type of stuff. And then about 10:30 tonight, we have got Old School Hammers, Budgie and Kieran from all the way from Australia. Mate, put another shrimp on that barbie. They'll be talking about everything West Ham, and obviously talking about the lead up to the game on tomorrow against Bournemouth, and also about the transfer window. It closes tomorrow as well, and we know in all likelihood at the moment, no one else is coming in. That's what it looks like. No one else is coming in. However, it looks like we're getting a few out, and it could be. I mean, at the moment, it could be 1, it could be none, it could be 3, but the most likelihood being Benny, Fornals, and Cornet all have options to leave. Probably the one that's been agreed really in terms of the fee is Lyon, where they've offered 5 million loan fee with a purchase fee of about at least 10 plus million, taking the whole sort of deal to around 15 million. It's not an obligation, it's an option to buy. So it's not a wet loan, it's not a dry loan, it is a moist loan. Obviously, a wet loan being obligation to buy. So Lyon have got a table, apparently to be accepted by West Ham, but Benny doesn't want to go. And if he does, and if we do make him go, he wants paying off. He wants paying off. That's according to Clarence Hugh, who ran an article about an hour or so ago saying that, according to their sources, the deal with Lyon is far from over. We assumed that it was all done and dusted, but that is not the case. Lyon have been tracking Benrahma since apparently his Brentford days. And as things stand, they're still unlikely to get their man. We've seen originally bids for Benny from Lyon. I think Marseille, I think Everton have sniffed around. I think Brentford has been sniffing around. Fulham been sniffing around for him as well. But beyond us paying a hefty payout to the 28-year-old Algerian international, he is not keen on joining a club that is stranded in the relegation positions in League A, and was much more enthusiastic and much more hopeful to join Marseille, which is lovely this time of year, I believe, who had shown interest. Obviously, at the moment, Lyon have an absolutely appalling season, but they are spending a lot of money in the January transfer window to try and buy themselves out of relegation. And it seems that Benny was one of the pieces of the puzzle they were looking at. It now seems, to be honest, unless the club can come to some sort of arrangement and compromise with Benrahma over the next 24 hours or so, he ain't going nowhere, and he's staying at London Stadium at least until the end of the season. If that's the case, then obviously I can see Fornals going rather than Benrahma. I think it's one of those 3 will go. I think if 2 went, we'd be bringing 1 in beforehand, but I can't see that happening now. So I imagine if it's not Benrahma that leaves, if we don't pay him off, then it would be Fornals, I'd imagine, or Cornet. One of them will probably be leaving the London Stadium. We saw the training photos that Benrahma and Fornals were both training ahead of the game on Thursday. But apparently, according to Clarence Hughes' source, when asked about whether the deal had been finalised from Benrahma to Lyon, they were quoted in saying, "No, I'm afraid it's not done. The player won't go unless he is paid millions." So that just defeats the object of getting rid of him, to be honest. The idea is to free up some space. If we're not bringing anyone in, just don't sell him. Simple. If he wants paying off, show his worth. But then we're going to have a very unhappy player on our hands, probably at the same time. So, yeah, it's not an ideal situation at all. Unfortunately, it's player power again, isn't it? It's an issue. We've had this issue before with and agents as well. I mean, I'm sure it's the agent that's really trying to push this. And obviously, we had the issue already with Osman, and having a fake agent and another agent. We can go back to when we trying to sign Amadou Onana. Do you remember him? And then the sister wanted twice as much as we offered him in terms of wages. So it does seem it seems really bad that I mean, I've always said it takes two to tango. To be honest, it takes three to tango. You've got the selling club, the buying club, and the agent / player representatives as well. All of them need to agree to get the transfer to happen. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be, I think, it's going to be an interesting evening. Obviously, we've got Jamie and we've got Budgie and Kieran. But I think where any news will break, it'll have to be done probably by lunchtime tomorrow, because they'll be turning their attention to the Bournemouth game. And it doesn't help, team selection as well. That left-hand side, particularly with someone like Paqueta unlikely to feature until maybe the Man U, if not probably the Arsenal game in all likelihood. That left-hand side, naturally you put Benrahma in, but Benrahma was going to go to Lyon. Moyes has assumed he's already going to Lyon. Maybe it's not going to happen now. Okay, I'll put Fornals in. Actually, no, Fornals is going to go to Real Betis. What? I put Cornet in. What? He's going to Crystal Palace. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. So I've got a feeling we're not going to put any of them on that left-hand side at all. But anyway, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any time we come on live as well. We've got Jamie coming on at 9 o'clock, and then we've got Budgie and Kieran on about 10:30 after that. So take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my bloody hammers, and I'll see you soon.